Hello and welcome to the Lawrence Family Kitchen. Here we are this morning looking over our supplements that we've accumulated over the last few years during my pregnancies. And
going on 3.
So, yes, so as hopefully you've already watched our first trimester video, we're tracking through the pregnancy this time. We're bringing you along with us on the journey, so that hopefully you can glean, some insights of what it looks like to really boost your pregnancy with natural alternatives and natural things that bring life to the body, bring life to baby. So this morning we have in front of us quite a few things, so don't be overwhelmed already. You don't need all of this for sure. But we wanted to give you kind of the essentials and then additional things that you might choose based on your circumstances and based on maybe your previous health history. And then, of course, just some fun things that we do here in the house. So I'm going to start on this end here. This is going to be, I'm going to go over my top 5 supplements for pregnancy. Vaughn's here, of course, to chime in and give his little 2 cents. Not just his
2 cents.
2 cents, but his
That's all I have is 2 cents.
His big 2 cents. So anyway, let's get started. So first, what does everybody know they have to take when they're pregnant?
Prenatal.
Yeah. So prenatal. This is like the biggie, right? This is what everybody's like. Oh, are you taking your prenatal? And of course, before we even talk about prenatal with a woman, I always like to talk diet. Because if you have a terrible diet and you take a prenatal, it's just kind of an oxymoron in my world. It's kind of silly. You're not going to eat McDonald's every day and take a prenatal and just think you're going to have a rock star healthy baby. It's just not going to happen. So a prenatal is an adjunct to a healthy diet.
Amen.
Okay, so let's just start there. But a prenatal is definitely important, considering even the soil that we're farming in is depleted with, all the minerals that should be in the soil, which should be in the food, which we're not really getting. A lot of times we're getting foods that are picked well, before they become ripe and had a chance to fully develop into these great nutritious foods. So we are in a generation right now of eating subpar foods, even when they're farmed locally. Obviously, though, that would be the best choice to get. So anyway, I'm going to talk about the prenatal that I've chosen over the past few pregnancies is from a brand called Pure Synergy. And it's 4 a day.
Pure Natal.
Oh, sorry. Well, Pure Synergy is the name of the company. Pure Natal is the name of the prenatal. And so basically, when you're looking at your prenatal, what you want to look for is a couple things. You want to make sure that when you look at the label, you see food, because your vitamins, your minerals, and all of those things, they need to come from natural raw sources. And so when I look at my label, a lot of times next to vitamin B, vitamin E, vitamin D, all these different things, they have a little asterisk and it says made with organic ingredients. And then there's a whole list of different sprout blends and berry blends and herbal extracts and different things that they've used. And then they've done the math for you and told you how much you're getting of the different vitamins. One of the main things that you want to look for is when you're looking at folate. Folate is the natural form of folate. If you see folic acid is synthetic, means derived in a laboratory, usually petroleum or coal tar based. And so a lot of the vitamin B1s, and you'll look and see this commonly found in enriched flours. There are synthetic vitamins that are basically formulated to look similarly molecularly like the natural form, but they're not. And the body doesn't always know how to use those properly. And they can even get kind of trapped in the body in organs like the liver and become toxic. So you definitely want to get your vitamins from whole food sources. And you want to look at the label and make sure there's no weird ingredients. I've seen some prenatals that have, the blue, yellow number.
Like at the drugstore, Walgreens, Walmart.
I mean,
there's all kinds of junk out there.
You don't need food coloring in your in your prenatal. I don't care what color my prenatal is, do you? But those are like known toxic.
They're cancer causing.
Carcinogens. And so this is really, it's really sad what's out there on the market. And so you really want to be wise and choose a prenatal that doesn't have any of those random toxic things.
We also want to say that we love Garden of Life as well. And so that's another great multi that we have in our store, and we encourage women to take. We only have 2 brands. I'm sure there's other good ones out there, but we don't want to have 20 choices. We love the Pure Natal by Pure Synergy, and we love Garden of Life. So those are 2 great options for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So speaking of Garden of Life, something that we've added to our arsenal this pregnancy and has been really helping a lot. I tend to struggle with kind of that fatigue in that first trimester, which is pretty common these days. A lot of times I tend to have low blood pressure. I'm not one that has ever struggled with high blood pressure, but I've definitely struggled with low blood pressure. And so this is called Healthy Blood by Garden of Life. And basically it comes with a lot of B vitamins, folate, and different minerals that help the body to build blood. Because when you're pregnant, you actually increase your blood volume by 25%, and it's just a remarkable feat that the body does, because you have to create a baby that has its own circulatory system and supply all the blood that's going to go to that baby. And by the time the baby comes out, you have a human being with all this blood flow, plus you creating the placenta, the embryonic whole encompassing thing. It's just it's remarkable. So this has been great and helpful for me, especially during the first trimester.
Yeah, think about it this way. A lot of people are anemic. It's a super common problem today. So think about already being anemic. And anemic just means a lack of red blood cells to create oxygen in the body. It's a lack of oxygenation in the red blood cells. We always assume it's iron deficient anemia. There's also pernicious anemia, which is B12 deficient anemia. So if you're already fatigued, you're already struggling with anemia, and then you're increasing blood volume for pregnancy, this is why so many women are wiped out, especially that first trimester during pregnancy. So this covers both forms of anemia. It's super affordable. What is it, like $13 or something? And so I think it's a must-have for any pregnant woman.
Yeah, sorry, I just forgot to mention that it also has iron from raw sources.
Plant sources will not cause constipation. That weird stuff that your medical doctor gives you that's iron causes constipation because it's elemental iron. It's not from a plant source. Iron and minerals must come through plants, ideally, to be best absorbed. So
awesome. So then the next category we're going to go to after the prenatal and maybe an additional iron or plant iron supplement to help you with your blood flow is going to be the probiotic, which we know is extremely important, because whatever flora your body has is going to set the stage for the baby.
yes.
So that's why God created the baby to come out through the vaginal canal, through the birth canal, because that's where the baby is fully inoculated with all of the bacteria to enter into the world, to have its immune system, to have its little guard up against different bacteria and microbes in the air and in the first contact that they'll be getting in their life. So hugely important to get them a great start by providing your body with the great probiotics. So we have a couple options here. One is Ultimate Flora Vaginal Support, and it's got 10 probiotic strains, and it's a 50 billion, and it's just a one a day. And sometimes towards the end of pregnancy, you'll even have like certain tests that they do to make sure you don't have certain strains of bacteria in the body.
Yes.
And if you have a doctor that's not going to let you out of that test, and if you test it, they're going to give you antibiotics and all that stuff. This would be something that you could even consider inserting vaginally during the last last trimester. If you know that that's a test you're going to have and you're not going to be able to get out of it because of your practitioner, and you just want to really be proactive on that. So this is something that you could do so that the inner ecosystem of the vaginal area is like really rock star. The other brand that we have here is a Garden of Life, which we love, and the name of this one's called Primal Defense. One of the reasons I like this particular brand, Garden of Life, is not only do they have great probiotics, but they also have soil organisms in here, which are a little bit different type of probiotics, maybe you can explain the difference a little bit more for them.
Well, the soil organisms that we should be getting off of the land, out of the food we eat, out of our gardens. When we pulled food right out of the soil, there's living organisms in it that make for healthy soil, that make for healthy plants. And because God designed us out of dust of the earth, we're to get those soil organisms. And we always did traditionally throughout our lives when we farmed and we lived off the land and we lived out of gardens. And so we don't do that anymore. And so we're missing these crucial soil organisms that the human body needs. And they're different than the basic lactobacillus and bifidus and those different bacteria that we know of. We have those too, we need those too. But these soil organisms are crucially important and they're life-changing for a lot of people, especially with lower bowel issues. They're super, super popular. But there's something that baby needs, that baby's not getting likely from mom, just again because of the modern world we live in. So
yeah, so from my understanding, the lactobacillus and some of those tend to be more transient, meaning that they do their job, they work in the body, but they tend to pass through. They're not necessarily colonizers, where the soil organisms are more colonizers, and they set up shop and they create a really good environment for the body to flourish in. So that's one of the bonuses of getting the primal defense. Okay, moving on. A lot of you, I'm sure, have heard of cod liver oil. The past generations were really on it with the cod liver oil. It's widely known to be beneficial, especially during the winter months, to provide you with vitamin A and vitamin D. So it's become very popular in the pregnancy and postnatal community to take cod liver oil. And one of the reasons why is we know vitamin A is critical for the formation of baby. It basically drives all of the differentiation of all the cells. So when the cell is dividing and deciding, do I want to become a cell that goes to the GI tract? Do I want to go to the lung? Do I want to go to the heart? All that differentiation has to happen, and vitamin A is like a critical component. And so I think they did some studies, where they take vitamin A out of the diet of mice and things, and that's when you find the deformations and the blindness and different things. And so, it's just cod liver oil would be a great adjunct to a prenatal supplement regimen. And then also just in general, vitamin D, your practitioner might have taken your blood and done lab work with it, and they tend to want your vitamin D in the range of 50, and sometimes you tend to be on the lower side. So if your practitioner is asking you to get a vitamin D, you have the choice of going with the cod liver oil, but sometimes you just really need to get a big bang for your buck. Go with a natural source, vitamin D3. Don't ever buy the vitamin D2. That is going to be a synthetic form. And so we have one here that's by Harmonic Enterprises, and it's vitamin D3, 10,000 IUs. We also have some Garden of Life options at the store as well.
Yeah, there's lots of options for vitamin D. You can't really take too much. It's natural. It started with 400, and then they said we need 1,000, and then they said we need 2,000, and then they said we need 5,000, and now people are taking 10,000. So we need to get in the sun.
As long as it's natural,
right? But
of course.
You can take it this way. And then we use the Green Pastures cod liver oil. It's the fermented cod liver oil. It's the way traditional cultures did it. There are a couple other good brands out there, but we're really partial to the Green Pastures.
So my favorite flavor, if you're looking at the cod liver oil and you're thinking, no way, that's not going down the hatch, especially right now how I feel during my first trimester. The one that I use is actually, it's a butter and cod liver oil combination, because they found that the synergy of the vitamin K from the butter, vitamin A and D, the three fat-soluble vitamins together create a synergistic effect that was more powerful. So we have something called the butter cod liver oil blend, and I typically like the cinnamon flavor. Now there are moments we have a chocolate that I have veered away from cinnamon, but I always come back to cinnamon. It seems to be the most palatable for me. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, number 5. So this is my 5th of the top 5 categories that I would choose for prenatal regimen is minerals. So we have here our Morningstar Inner Vitality Minerals. It comes in a big jug, and when you pour it, it's black.
Yummy.
So amazingly, they actually don't have that too bad of a taste at all. They just kind of taste dirty. And that's actually what they are. They're
dirty water.
It's dirt. It's dirt. It's liquid compost. It's your plants taken out of the earth that have been basically decomposing over years and years. It's out of Utah and
New Mexico.
New Mexico. Okay. It's out of New Mexico, and there's just an amazing. When I started doing this, the name of it is Inner Vitality Minerals, and I really felt the vitality start to come back.
And we hear that over and over and over.
Because
we need minerals.
These plant minerals provide you with all the trace minerals that drive so many bodily functions that we just take for granted. Mm-hmm. And so, you might be getting your major electrolyte minerals through some other sources, but a lot of times we're missing trace minerals that are absent from the earth, absent from our food. And so this is a huge thing that you can just add to water. You can add it to smoothies.
Yep.
It doesn't taste bad.
Yep.
And then my other mineral supplement that I always do, and I'll stay up late even to do it if the kids are, right when the kids hit bed, I turn on the bath.
Yes.
And get my bath started. And basically I take, 20 minutes to sit in the bath with some magnesium, read the Bible, read a book, pray, it's my time. It's my Jen time. So that's what I do every night. You don't have to do it every night. You can do it, a few times a week. They actually do say to just do it 6 times a week, take a day off. But I'm pretty religious with it. The magnesium crystals that I put in just make me relax. They help me sleep. Any sore aches or strains or anything that I feel that I've overworked that day, the next morning I never feel. It's just been an amazing benefit to my body, and especially as you hit that 3rd trimester, you're going to want that relaxation in the body.
Yeah, because that'll also relax your muscles. It'll help with an easier childbirth if your muscles are more relaxed and you're not so tense. The other thing, I just want to make a point that this is different than Epsom salts. Epsom salts are great for relaxing, but they're kind of dehydrating. They don't restore magnesium to the cells of the body. This is life-changing because it actually restores magnesium at the cellular level to the adrenal glands, to the muscles and the tissues, and no pregnant woman really should be without that. We have a good friend of ours, Angel, and she's like, you have to tell every pregnant woman about magnesium. It's crucial.
Yeah.
It really helped her a lot.
So this is magnesium chloride, a little different from Epsom salts.
Health and Wisdom is the name of the company.
Is
yes.
the brand that we trust and love. So we're going to move on just a little bit into another category. So we kind of touched on some of the basic elements of what would support a healthy pregnancy. And then there's some other categories we have here. So here in front of Vaughn, we have a little section that we're calling our hormone balancing section. And
yes.
So this is something that you could consider adding in based on your health history and based on where you're at. We have one general hormone balancing one that would just be good for any woman regardless of your health, and it's called Balance by Herbally Grounded. Mm-hmm. And it's basically a blend of different herbs that support a healthy pregnancy.
Yep.
And so these herbs are going to strengthen your uterus, help you balance your hormones during pregnancy. It's got red raspberry, alfalfa, nettle, all those wonderful herbs that a lot of people do a pregnancy tea, which is great. I tend to be one that forgets to make tea. So what I do a lot of times is I'll just take this as it's a tincture, and it's got all the herbs right in it, just as powerful as doing a tea that you would drink. So.
And I'll just mention too, we don't have it here, but almost all midwives will recommend in the 3rd trimester that women take alfalfa tablets. Mm-hmm. And so we don't have those with us right now, but we'll definitely take that in the 3rd trimester. Again, it's a blood builder to strengthen the blood to help with clotting. And so alfalfa tablets, the one we use is by Pines. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Pines alfalfa tablets. So go ahead.
Yeah, so then we have a couple items here that are a little bit more specific to progesterone increase in the body. So, we all know the fears of miscarriage, and
yes.
It's just devastating. I've had close friends that have had miscarriages and walked through just a little bit of that with them, and just the heartbreak of that. And mm-hmm. So what we have here, unfortunately, we're in a generation that we're not as hormonally balanced as we should be, because a lot of the estrogen, phytoestrogens that are synthetic, that are in our environment, food supply, water, and all of that. And so our body tends to be really highly estrogen dominant. And so what happens is when you get pregnant, you really need progesterone to really come up. And progestation, it's your progesterone is the hormone that's going to hold the baby in the womb. So if estrogen is so high in the body starts to not really understand the pregnancy, and it won't hold the baby. So a couple options that we have for that, if you're concerned about that, if you have a history of that, or you know it's in your family where you've had generations of like chronic miscarriages, you know, it'd be wise to look into this. So we have something called Welcome Womb by Wish Garden, and basically this is a formula that they've created that can do two things. One, it can in the first trimester, it really helps to hold the baby in the womb, and taken daily, it'd be a great just kind of preventative.
First trimester.
First
ideally.
trimester, and it's only for the first trimester. After you're finished with the bottle, and one bottle will last you about the first trimester if you follow the directions. However, if you sense an oncoming miscarriage, either through contractions or spotting, you can actually, with the help of your practitioner, so you would always want to talk to your practitioner.
Midwife,
Talk to your midwife, and you can take this every couple hours during a potential oncoming miscarriage, and potentially, and I've talked to quite a few doulas in our area that have used this and seen it work. So something to consider in your supplements. And then we just have two general progesterone enhancers. One is an herbal progesteronic tincture by Wish Garden, and what that does is it builds progesterone in the body over time. So this would be something that you could take throughout your pregnancy, and just
even before you're pregnant.
Yeah, before you're pregnant, just to really bring that progesterone out. The other, if you're looking, let's say your midwife did a test to find out what your progesterone levels, or your doctor, and you're really low, and you're in, you know, they usually they measure it by zones, and you're like, whoa, this is not good. You could take Porphyria. It's a cream, and Vaughn's really probably the best at talking about this, because he's recommended this to women for years.
So like Jen said, I mean, the main reason that we know that women miscarry is a lack of progesterone, and so, you know, even if you just want to be safe and do it as a preventative, you can start taking this before you get pregnant. You can take it at least through the first trimester, because that's usually where the biggest risk is a miscarriage, is that first trimester. And so you can take this progesterone cream, and it's pretty simple. You just take about a quarter teaspoon, half a teaspoon, and you rub it on a vein, and you rub it on a different one every day. So you might rub it on your wrist one day, on your neck one day. You can put it in the vaginal area, and it just is going to put progesterone directly into the bloodstream. It's a natural source. It's a wild yam, based natural source of progesterone. And again, just use this, especially in the first trimester. Talk to your midwife about it. People have different opinions on it, but I definitely would encourage it to any woman who's potentially concerned about miscarriage.
Now, if you're taking it before pregnancy, there is a specific time and how you take it according to your cycle.
Correct.
But once you're pregnant, you pretty much can take it daily.
Yep. So one other thing we wanted to talk about that's crucial for women's health, especially related to pregnancy, and we know this from firsthand experience, is the liver. If you're having a lot of morning sickness, a lot of nausea, it's not normal. It's not what's supposed to happen during pregnancy. It's congestion in the body, specifically liver congestion. So we have a tea. You can buy this on our website. It's a gentle liver cleanse tea. And it's safe herbs for pregnancy, and it's liver herbs. So it has like turmeric and milk thistle and yellow dock, and yellow dock's high in iron as well. So these herbs are going to help with liver function in various ways and provide some pretty powerful minerals to the body. And it's going to help support the liver. The other product that we've used a lot is Protandim, and we don't have that with us today, but that's something Jen took, and it really helped her in her second pregnancy, where she didn't have morning sickness, didn't have nausea, didn't have a lot of these common symptoms, because we're really focused on working on her liver. So I just really want to encourage women to take care of their liver before they're pregnant and while you're pregnant as well, because it is crucially important for the health of that baby to have a healthy liver.
Mm-hmm. Did you mention the Wish Garden one? Also, we don't have it here, but the Wish Garden has a gentle liver.
They have a liver strengthener, is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you could look that one up on our website.
So we're going to end with this. We're going to end with a couple of things that are important. I'm going to first just talk about the greens quickly. We all know greens are important. Barley grass, alfalfa grass, wheatgrass. We talked about the alfalfa tablets during the third trimester. This has aloe vera and bamboo. It's got all kinds of things for hair, skin, nails, for liver health, for blood cleansing, for blood building. So it's a good way to get your greens. Throw it in a smoothie. This one actually tastes good. It's sweetened with just a little bit of stevia. And we love this stuff just as a great overall good supplement just to throw in your smoothie to get some added nutrition. And we want to end with something that every mainstream doctor will tell you about. Every midwife will harp on you about. Are you getting your protein? How much protein are you getting? So eat your fish.
Yep.
Eat your chicken, eat your turkey, eat your eggs, whatever. It's all good. Nuts, seeds, sunflower seeds, almonds. You know, we're fans of all that stuff.
Boiled eggs.
Some people are vegetarian and vegan. You can do that too. But I want to give you a couple of options of great sources of proteins, and they're all kind of different. So I'm just going to kind of tell you briefly. We love the Max Vibrance. It's a plant-based, pea-based protein. What's cool about Max Vibrance is it has 20 grams of protein. It's got all the antioxidant superfruits in it. It's got 25 billion probiotics in it. It has fiber in it. It's basically like a meal replacement. It's got liver-friendly herbs in it. It's got enzymes that help with digestion. It's kind of like your all-in-one complete nutrition formula. So this would be great for pregnant women to take the Maximum Vibrance by Vibrant Health. They have vanilla, they have chocolate, and this is awesome. We keep this in our freezer to preserve the probiotics in it. If you want just a pretty heavy-duty protein that's a plant source, this Vegas Sport, you don't have to be an athlete to take this. Like, you can just be pregnant. That's cool too. But this is it's pea-based.
Wait a minute, isn't pregnancy like being an athlete?
There you go, exactly. It's like running the race. So pea protein, pumpkin seed protein, sunflower seed protein, alfalfa protein, probiotics. This stuff is awesome, and what's crazy about it, it's 30 grams of protein per serving. So 30 grams, and that's a lot of protein. And any midwife, again, doctor, midwife, they're going to tell you to make sure you're getting 60, 70, 80. You know, I don't know what the recommendation is, depends on your weight maybe, but this is a good way to get a big, hefty dose of protein. And why? Because we need amino acids to build cells and to help the cells repair and to build organs. So those aminos are crucial to get from protein sources. The last one's kind of a fun one. This is a newer thing on the market, but we're really excited about it. It's a bone broth protein. So this is actually from chicken broth. Never antibiotics, never hormones, good quality, clean, pure source of chickens. 20 grams of protein per serving.
Plus you're getting a lot of the minerals and things. From
yes,
the,
you're getting the minerals, the collagen, the glucosamine, the chondroitin, joints, skin, muscles, hair,
all the things your baby's
make your
right
skin
now.
glow, all those nutrients that your baby needs for real, man. This stuff is awesome. Bone broth has been around for hundreds and hundreds, I'd say thousands of years. And so this is a really good product for healing the gut lining, also just providing a lot of nutrition. And
so this one's by Ancient Nutrition?
Ancient Nutrition. And one scoop of this is 20 grams of protein. So not only are you getting all those minerals and all those nutrients, but you're getting 20 grams of protein in one scoop. Put this in a little bit of hot water, drink it, and it's glorious.
Yeah, they even have a vanilla and a chocolate flavor if you want to.
Oh, it goes way beyond that.
Oh.
They got vanilla, chocolate, apple cinnamon, coffee.
wow.
Don't do the coffee. Caffeine's not good for your baby. They have banana cream. They have, vanilla chocolate. It's crazy.
Yeah.
They have all kinds of
flavors. So if
flavors.
you're craving chocolate, you know, which never happens, right?
No.
Never. You're, that one time you might have that chocolate craving. Go ahead and grab your favorite plant-based chocolate.
Dark chocolate.
Protein powder. Throw it in your blender with a banana.
Yep.
Some almond milk. Throw in some greens powders. Throw in a little avocado to thicken it up.
Little almond butter if you want.
Oh my goodness. And all of a sudden you have this chocolate amazing yumminess that, just satisfies that. So you don't have to go get that Snickers bar or whatever.
Yeah, keep it clean, keep it healthy, keep it what God needs to help build the baby.
Yeah.
Think of it that way.
So we hope this was a helpful video for you, and mainly these were the things that we would promote, as a mainstay, and then obviously adding in other things as you see that your body needs them. And
Yes.
so, yeah. So thanks for joining us, and we look forward to giving you more videos along the journey of
Yes.
baby number 3.
Thank you. Yes, and we love you. We love healthy women. We love healthy children. Like, our heart's desire is to see the Lord bring forth a healthy generation. We've seen lots of bad things happening with our children. It's not the Lord's heart. It's not His intent. He designed us to be strong and healthy and well, but we have to choose it. And so we're just really encouraging you through the things that God has made to bring forth a healthy generation for you to be healthy and your future children.
Absolutely.
That's our heart and our passion, our desire, and we know it's God's heart too.
Yeah,
So
it's
we
totally
love you
worth it.
guys. Yeah, thank you for watching. God bless you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.